everybody. How are you? This is Island Fever Live, and of course, always with me, Candice Buchanan, hanging out with you guys here live because Miami Carnival is coming up, and I have so many people. I'm actually taking like 6 newbies to Carnival with me this year, and I've gotten so many questions from them. I felt like, you know what? I was talking with the head of Orlando Carnival downtown, and I was saying, you know what, we should work together on this. So this live is in association with Orlando Carnival downtown, and I have here beautiful director of Orlando Carnival downtown, the beautiful Aaliyah Roberts. Hi, how are you doing, Aaliyah?
I am good. So happy to be here. I'm excited to get these questions answered because I know my first time I had way too many questions, way too many hiccups.
Yeah.
Way too many lessons learned.
Oh, and way too many bunions on your feet. But we'll get to that in a bit. Aaliyah is here to help you guys. Please go in the comments. Make sure that you put your questions up at the end of our live, which is going to be about 30 minutes or so. We're going to read your questions live here, and Aaliyah is going to answer said questions for you. So if you're wondering, she's pretty young, how is she qualified to be a Carnivalista? Well, her whole family is in Carnival, okay? She grew up in Orlando Carnival and grew up in Carnival and working on events for Carnival. And so she's been on the production side, but she's also been on the Reveler side. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about that, Aaliyah. So before we find out more about you per se, what is Carnival? For those people who don't know what this is, like how would you describe Carnival to people?
Long story short, Carnival is like a time to celebrate your life, celebrate break free. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, Carnival occurs right before Ash Wednesday, mm-hmm. right before people give up things for Lent. So it's a time to let that all out, go crazy, go wild, have a good time.
Before you get all holy. And Carnival is different all over the Caribbean, right? Mm-hmm. It's celebrated in different ways, different areas, and also Caribbean Americans have taken Carnival, and Caribbean people have taken Carnival all over the world.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about your time here in America, because you're American. I'm not, technically. I was born here. But
I wasn't born here.
Oh, you were born here.
So how are you going to call me American?
Oh, man, I didn't know that. I fully thought you were born here. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry about that. Where were you born?
Guyana.
I love Guyana.
Since I was 5, so.
Oh, okay.
Americanized, kind of.
So we're both Americanized, just at like different stages. Okay. So you are, you grew up in Carnival. Mm-hmm. You've always known Carnival. How do you think Carnival differs in America versus like in the Caribbean?
I think here in the States, it's definitely a little bit more multicultural because it's not just Trinidad Carnival, it's not just Barbados Carnival, it's everybody coming together.
Yeah.
Very multicultural. You get a lot more Americans, and Americans are getting into Carnival more. And that comes with a bunch of newbies, a bunch of new experiences. So yes. We are here for you guys too. We will explain.
Yeah. Speaking of explaining, let's explain a few things before I ask you about your own personal experience. So, what's your first tip if you're a newbie coming into Carnival? What's like the first thing that happens in Carnival? Because I know Carnival is not. A lot of people think Carnival is just one thing, right? Like one day where we all dress up and we're all pretty in the streets. But Carnival is more than that. Carnival starts a little more before that.
Carnival is an experience. So it's going to be at least a weekend, but really a week, a month, 2 months of activity. So plan ahead. Get things booked early if you're coming from out of town. That's your hotel, your flight, your costume, so that it doesn't sell out, because it will sell out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's there.
Yeah.
All the other FET tickets.
FETs. So what is a FET?
A FET is our word for a party.
Okay.
It's better. It's a party, but
how is it better, miss?
A FET is vibes. It is
vibes.
Yes, that's the difference. A party, people are going, they're going to drink, No, a FET is, it's like a mini carnival almost. It's a mini experience. Yeah. It's a time to break loose, have fun. Soca does something to you. You'll find out.
Yes. Like, oh, yes. And so does the rum, but we'll get to that.
The rum helps.
So the FET, in my experience, and I'm from Jamaica, we have Carnival for 3 months. in Jamaica. It's from January to April, and every weekend there's a fete. We have soca size live on television, and it's free for the whole country to go to in Kingston. It's a big deal there as well. And but their carnival is at the end of Easter. So it's actually throughout Lent, which is terrible. But you know, right? It's terrible. But yeah, it's Easter Sunday is a combination of Carnival and Jamaica. So that's where I learned my carnival from. And fetting is really where it started for me. It was the parties. It was fetting. So give me your rules for fetting. So if I'm going to a soca fete, like, what do I wear?
Oh, you are gonna wear something cute, something you can dance in. Shoes that are cute but comfortable, because you are going to be dancing the entire night. If you're having a good time. If you want to be still up in the corner, like that's
frowned upon, by the way.
fine.
Like, you know how sometimes you go to the club and you're like in your high heel boots and you're
in the section,
cute.
just
in
looking
section.
down on
There's
everyone.
no cuteness at soca fete. Like, people will laugh at you if you wear heels, so do not do it. Good. Right. So shorts, rompers.
Shorts, rompers, if that's what you're comfortable dancing in. If you're gonna wear a dress, make it like a little bit longer, flowy, so that you can have a good time still.
Yeah. She's being so cute about having a good time. She means when you get in and back.
Just make sure you wear something when you bend over, not too much show.
Exactly.
That's all you need to know.
Okay. So now that we've gone through, like, that's about like 6 tips. I hope you guys are writing this stuff down. How do I know? There are like tons of soca fetes. Like, how is the fete different from like a stage show? Like, I noticed some of them are like parties and clubs. Some of them are on the beach. Where are some of the, a soca fete can be anything, anywhere?
I think so. It completely depends on what kind of vibe you want to go for, what experience you want to have in your carnival weekend, month, whatever it is. Miami, for example, there are over 100 parties. You can choose beach parties, boat parties, concert style parties, club style parties. There's something for everyone.
Nice.
So
That's
that
cool.
can mean anything.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Whatever you want it to be. There's even a boat ride, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They have like a boat ride in the day. I don't know how you fet on the dock, but I don't know. To each his own. I'm not doing that. But to each his own. Maybe you can fet in the ocean. See how it goes. All right. So we've covered that. I want to know how you started. How did you what was your first pretty mass carnival experience like for you?
Okay. So I grew up with carnival meaning work. So I got to party a little bit, but no, carnival was always work for me. My first time playing mass was in Miami in 2018. I played with Generation X. That was my first time. I had a lot of hiccups. I got a lot of learning experience.
Did you get a lot of pain?
I wasn't in pain. I was smart. I wore the right shoes, comfortable shoes.
No boots and all that craziness.
No, some people wear the boots. I've heard like the insoles. If you want to wear those padded insoles, that can help with the boots. I prefer a sneaker. I just think it's easier. Yeah, more comfortable.
Yeah, it's like 11 hours of walking,
and dancing, jumping, climbing a fence.
Yeah. Yeah, like literally people climb a fence, y'all. I'm serious. Like, yes. Somebody climbs the fence.
It was a one-time experience. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so I want to see your questions, guys. Let us know your questions. Go ahead and hit the comment section. Let us know what your questions are. I believe we have a question. We're going to take a few of those questions in just a bit from now. But carnival, I've heard, is euphoric. What does that mean?
That is a hard question to put into words. It's something you really just have to experience and then you will know. Once you are in costume, everybody around you is in costume, it is a whole other feeling. It's like you're transported somewhere else. Everybody's a family. Everybody's just happy to be there. Crossing the stage. Ooh, goosebumps. Crossing the stage is such an exhilarating time. Like that's the time to just let it all loose, throw it all out in front of you. Have a good time. Nobody's judging you. Big, small, short, tall, it does not matter.
It legit doesn't matter, people. Like, I'm not in the best shape of my life right now, but I am like
You look good.
wearing, thank you, baby. But I'm wearing like no clothes. My costume is with Euphoria mask. Who are you jumping with?
I'm jumping with Ramajay this year.
Ramajay has some gorgeous costumes.
Y'all
man.
just wait. I'm gonna look good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look good.
Yeah, but you always look good. Your costume for sure. Like that Jamrock costume looked amazing for Orlando Carnival. That was great. So we've covered the Carnival euphoric experience. And I just want to share mine real quick for you guys. So when I went to Carnival, I was a television host for many years, and so Carnival for me was work as well. And then I went to Carnival for the first time ever on the road. And I mean, I used to be there and it used to be fun, but I was always in my work t-shirt and my work shorts, and I couldn't really have fun. But then I put on a costume and I went into the street. I won't lie, I used to judge y'all. And then I went into the street and that was it. I was like, oh, this is awesome. First of all, never been to a soca fete and there's been a fight, a war. I've never been to Carnival and seen anybody fight or anything like that. You know the stuff you run into in the clubs? Like that doesn't happen in soca.
It's not there.
No.
That's not what anybody is there for. There's
No.
There's no beef. It's just
pure vibes. Pure vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And big tip for the road, but I'll do it later. I feel like we should go into some costumes right now because some people are asking about costumes, right? What are some of the questions we have?
I have a question about more about the experience and how you feel.
Okay.
Because I think you guys did it, but I think people want to understand.
All right. So for me, it was more like I've been to parties my whole life. I've been an entertainment journalist since I was 15 years old. I've been working in television, radio, whatever. I've been to parties. I've been to stage shows. I've been to events. But the first time I put on my costume and I was in unison with other people, all of us chipping down that road, all of us having such a good time. It was like a family, like spiritual experience. I won't even lie to you, like crazy, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
For me, it almost feels like freedom.
Yes,
it's like
that's the word.
You're there to let loose.
Yeah.
You are there to enjoy yourself. You are there to have a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody is there to have a good time. They want to have a good time with you. You want to have a good time with them.
Yes.
It's freedom.
Yes, it's freedom. And don't
World peace could come from Carnival. It sounds like
world peace could come from Carnival. Yes, people.
I saw her face.
Feel like that's world peace is something we could get. Just everybody put on a costume and some feathers and let's just
Global Carnival.
there we go.
Problems, yeah.
All the problems. And for those of you who can't make it to Miami Carnival, there's Carnival all over the world, right? So there's Carnival in Nottingham, and that's over across the pond in Britain. There's Caravana
in Toronto.
In
I've
Toronto.
heard that. I haven't been, but I have heard.
I've heard great
amazing
things.
things about Caravana.
Me too. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go next year. Honestly,
It's
I
in
really
August.
want to try it.
Beginning of August.
Yes, I think I'm gonna go. We have Miami Carnival. We have Orlando Carnival, of course, downtown. It's the only place to be, by the way, just so you know.
Memorial Weekend.
Memorial Weekend. New York, LA just had one, started theirs, and Atlanta has one.
Atlanta also has.
Yeah, and all the Caribbean islands have one, and
South
even the
Carolina.
Spanish-speaking countries have one. Carnival is everywhere. It can't, it kind of started with the slaves with the cultures mixing with the slaves and the Latinos, and it just kind of spiraled. I'll give you a history lesson on Island Fever FM. Remember to listen to Island Fever FM also on 98.5 FM in Orlando. If you're in Orlando, if not, Dash Satellite Radio, download that and listen to us every weekend. And of course, this is being brought to you by Orlando Carnival Downtown. And we're here with the lovely, if you're just joining us, the lovely Carnivalista herself, Miss Aaliyah. All right, so Aaliyah is gonna help us talk about costumes. So we were talking about being down the road. What is this?
Some people might call this a headpiece. Some people might call it a tiara. You wear it on your head. It makes you look like a queen.
I feel like a queen. So, okay. And this is usually a part of your your costume, like your headdress. And as you can see, guys, here, it has a little tie thing. So you literally just tie it down on your head. This is made of wire, so it'll fit on your head, and no, it doesn't fall off. Okay? A really cool thing that I'm doing this year is wearing a wire bra. What is this? Let me come a little closer so you guys can see it. This is a wire bra, which means the wire was literally designed. All of this is wire. All of that is wire. All of this is wire. And it's bendable, okay? Why I've heard so many good things about this, and the good things I've heard about a wire bra is this. Then you can wear many different types of costumes, right? You can wear
a wire bra, you can wear a monokini, a full coverage bikini. You can wear just a bra and panty style costume. There's everything for everybody.
There's a thong, you can do a chikini, you can do all that stuff. So I'm doing my first wire bra this year, so pray for me. Now it looks like, okay, most of your boob is out. Okay, true, most of your boob is out. But to me, and I've worn monokinis, and we're talking about monokinis, so you hold on to this, and let me go could you hand me that, please? We're live, people. Work with me. Okay. There we go. All right. So we talked about what a monokini is. And this contraption here is a monokini for the Jamrock costume that will be available to you for Orlando Carnival downtown Memorial Weekend next year. All right. Now, this is kind of, usually monokinis are like crazy like this. There's like a bunch of things to tie up, right? So basically this kind of goes on your boob like so, right? And it crosses your body and all that stuff, right? I'm using my boob right now. This is so weird. But yes, so as you can see, this is kind of flimsy, right? Yeah, I mean, if you're not a booby lady like me, then this is perfect for you. But some people wear actual bras, and then some people wear the wire bra. So what I like about this is you put it on your boob, right? If you watch here, it's bendable. You see that? So I can literally bend that into my boob, and it's not gonna move. It'll be like I left my hand on my boob, not to be crude, but yeah. And then you can pull it off at the end of the day. Now, I will not lie to you. It's gonna leave a mark. Okay. Now you cannot wear a carnival costume without a little scar of war. Am I lying?
It wouldn't be carnival without some battle wounds.
Yes,
no.
You have battle wounds, people. So sometimes you tie this thing so tight because you're so afraid of it coming off and it doesn't come off, but you're afraid. So you just go ahead and you tie it too tight sometimes, and you'll end up with like marks here and stuff. But you're too drunk to notice, and you won't notice until the next day anyway. So enjoy yourself and get yourself a wire bra. Are you doing a wire bra this year?
I'm doing a wire bra this year. I'm playing with Grandma J, like I said, and it's my first wire bra as well.
We will be wire bra ladies together. And they come in different designs. So if you look here, this is a totally different design from this. See that? So that's a totally different design from that. That's a triangle, and then that one's different. So all these wire bras, the designers go crazy and they design what they design.
And somebody asked if a wire bra is better or worse for someone with larger boobs, or is it that person should be wearing an actual bra?
Okay, so most of the time I see someone with like H boobs, they have a bra on underneath the wire bra.
Okay.
Some people do that. For me, I'm a D, and I think I'll be okay without wearing an actual bra. Mm-hmm. But if you're like H or something, of that size, I feel like you need a little more support. Mm-hmm. It's not that it won't cover your boob, it's the support part.
Okay.
As
you're jumping and everything.
As you're jumping and all that.
And I would always recommend whenever you're buying a costume, talk to your designer or your section leader and see what they can do. Because sometimes they won't list a size H or a size G on the website when you're buying the bra, but sometimes they can accommodate. Maybe you buy the bra and they design the costume around your bra, or you pay like an extra $5 or $10 and they'll accommodate. They want you to have a good time.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And don't be afraid to like email your costume person. Like I emailed them and I was like, can I get a headpiece? They ignored me this trip, but usually I get what I want. I think it's because they had so many people, they're overwhelmed.
Mhm.
And, but you can also like, you know, why not like bedazzle your own costume?
You could do that too.
I
You
didn't
know what
say
the
that.
costume's gonna look like, and
Yeah.
you know that the bra might not fit. Have a backup plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always have a backup plan. Really good tip too, stockings. So I'm wearing a thong. Jeez, that came out. And so I'm not going out there in just a thong. No, okay, I'm grown. So I'm going to wear stockings and then I'm gonna put that thing on. So I'm gonna have on skin tights and stockings, and then I'm gonna have that thing on. So it'll be like when you see Beyonce and those girls out there, I'm gonna get my Beyonce tights.
And find your carnival vendors, because they will make specific stockings that are in a V shape so that it's not an awkward line against your carnival
Costume,
panty.
yes. That's a very good one. Very, very good one. Some people ask, and I know we're gonna get this question. If you're in a monokini, how do you pee?
Pull it to the side. It's the only option.
It's the only option. But you know, you want to know something? I went to Jamaica Carnival in 2019, and I wore a monokini, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is gonna be stressful because I was wearing stockings, and I was like, oh my gosh, how does this work? And I never needed to use the bathroom for the whole entire day. I did.
You know you're right.
I did.
I don't use the bathroom carnival.
No.
Because maybe you're sweating it out. You're sweating all the liquids out of your body.
Yeah.
You don't need to. Maybe your mind is just elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Your body's not prioritizing that at the moment.
But it's honestly, for me, I never. But when I'm working all the time, but if I'm in costume, I never have to go. So that's a tip. What else?
Other tips for the first timers?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to bring on the road with you? Whether it's carnival, whether it's Juve, get a little. Some bands will offer it with the costume, but like a little fanny pack or a pouch.
Mm-hmm.
But don't bring too much. If you bring too much, you're going to lose something.
Yes.
You're going to lose something. I would say your phone, your ID, a little bit of cash.
Little bit,
Just
because
a little.
your costume comes with an armband, which usually includes food and unlimited alcohol on the road, unlimited water, unlimited juice. So you don't have to worry about being hydrated. You're gonna be hydrated the entire time.
Yeah, that cash is just for if there's something you want once you're inside the festival and you're done on the road. But maybe a portable charger if you know you're going to be on your phone taking pictures.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. One of those that you can kind of slap on like it's a case and those it's a charger. Yes. Yeah, you can use those. Maybe a little, paper.
Some blotting paper. Blotting pads, yes.
Yes. So that brings me to makeup. Mm-hmm. What do you do for your makeup for Carnival? For Pretty Mass on the road on Sundays?
You're going all out in your costume. You paid up $300 to $1,200 essentially.
Legit people.
Put on a full face of makeup.
I agree.
I'm not a makeup person. I don't wear makeup on a day-to-day, but Carnival Day, it is slapped on there. My eyes are colorful, gems.
Yes.
Everything.
Always at
go
the
all
gems.
out.
Yes. Yeah. Go all the way out. Now this year, and that brings me to the obviously we're in a pandemic, and some people are going to be looking at us like, this is so irresponsible. And guess what? I'm the first person to say that. Okay, COVID almost killed me last year. So I tell everybody, go get your vaccine. I'm the vaccine police.
My master's is in public health. So I'm conflicted.
Yes.
I'm just going to do it in the safest way possible.
Exactly.
And Miami Carnival has put in a ton of guidelines and recommendations and some rules to make this as safe as an experience as possible.
I was still on the fence, and I was gonna sell my costume when I saw the Delta variant going crazy, and then once they said you must, whether you're vaccinated or not, to enter the park at all, whether you're in costume or not, you must have a negative PCR test to enter the space. I thought, okay, I'm going.
Yeah, it's going to be safe.
Yeah.
But a tip for those, the PCR test is not the rapid test. It's the test that's going to take a day or two for you to get the results back. make sure you get that test on October 6th or 7th. Like, schedule it ahead of time if you can. It's gonna be kind of hectic to get it down there. I know some bands are scheduling testing with their masqueraders on their own.
Yes, on actually Miami Carnival and a lot of the bands for who have pickup for distribution, which distribution pretty much is you buy your costume ahead of time, you give them your sizes, they make your costume for you, and you got to pick up your costume. You can email your band leaders, right, to see if you can get your costume, if someone can pick up your costume for you if you're not going down. Like, for example, for me, I got to work, so I can't go down there until Friday. My costume, thankfully, distribution is on Friday, so I'm good. But there are some people whose costumes the distribution is on Wednesday, it's on Thursday. Email your band leaders, let them know you can't make it, or have someone else pick it up for you, right? But you got to have a copy of your driver's license, I believe, or
it varies from band to band.
Okay.
So I know with Ramage, we have to fill out a form online and designate their name, and they will need their ID when they
same for Euphoria, it's the same way, and they got to come with an ID and all that. But
and someone had a question about how important was it to pick up your costumes in person or not? Why was that important?
I would say if you can pick up your costume in person, definitely do it. It'll give you a chance to put on your costume, make sure everything fits, go through it and make sure every piece is there, that you have all your wristbands for everything that's included. I'm not gonna be able to pick up my costume this year. I'm trusting my cousin to do that for me. So make sure if you designate someone, it is someone that you trust, someone who's responsible and who will double check that you have all your wristbands, double check that all pieces of your costume are there. Because if you leave, most of the time, the band is no longer responsible for if something says it was missing, because somebody could have passed the wristband, somebody could have lost.
And by wristband, what you mean for wristbands is, again, because you are a part of the band, your wristband really is to identify who you are. The Monday party, for example, is included in my costume, but the duvet is not. Okay. So for you, it's the duvet is included, but Monday is not. So it's different for other people. And we haven't talked about duvet yet, but let's kind of finish up pretty much a little bit. Cause I know we're out of time. Okay. So your wristband gives you your food, your liquor, whatever, extras that your band provides. Some bands go all out. You got like an AC truck and
air conditioning, porta potties.
Yeah. And there's a mobile porta potty with your band. So you really never have to leave your group. There's a big truck. This is a road parade, people. So there's like a big truck. Each band has their own truck. Not each costume section, but each band has their own truck. And there's food and there's a rolling bar. So you have your own cup and it's usually branded. So you just walk up and vodka ting! And they give you, you can't get a vodka tea in America, but that's what I drink in Jamaica, a vodka tea, which is like a grapefruit soda. It's so dope. But I digress. So pretty much, that's kind of what the carnival experience is about. Go with your friends. Don't go to carnival by yourself. No, go with your friends and,
find somebody who's going. Because you're taking 6 newbies. People are happy to bring people on to experience carnival for the first time. Yeah. Find somebody to go with, find a group to go with. Everybody's open to bringing you, exactly. It'll be more fun.
Exactly. So let's talk about Juve, because we're talking about this Juve thing, and I know a lot of people out there are like, what the hell is Juve?
I have more fun at Juve than I do at Carnival.
You know what?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I have more fun at Juve. Carnival is 10 out of 10. Juve is 12 out of 10.
Okay. Wow. Well, I have to agree, though, and tell them why that is.
Everything I've said about Carnival being about freedom, take that, add paint, add powder, add water.
Recklessness.
It's a mess. It's absolute chaos in the best way possible.
It's totally reckless. And what I like about that is by the end of so at first we're all there affecting and it's great. And then they break out the paint halfway through the party. And people are just running and throwing paint at each other and it's all chaos. It's like a big food fight without food, but with paint. And then what tends to happen there is everybody looks the same. you can't figure out who is who.
Mhm.
We're all the same complexion, or pink, purple, or whatever color the paint is, and nobody knows who you are. And I think that is what makes
Yes.
the freedom even more, right? Because people will know who you are in Pretty Mask, but they won't know who you are in
Not
Juve.
at all.
So you can go and wine, Tifa wine,
Mhm.
and then run away.
Don't lose your friends.
No!
I've lost friends.
Oh, who's your
It's
friend?
kind of hard to find them back.
Yes, because everybody looks the same.
And they're probably
Yeah.
drunk,
Oh yeah.
not answering their phone. Designate a meeting spot.
Yes.
That's another tip. Designate a meeting
That's
spot.
a
Because
good
you don't
one.
want to have to waste your time looking for your friends.
That's true.
It's not going to be what you're in the mood for that day.
No, you're
So-
right. Designated meeting spot. That's true. Because you're gonna run into people you didn't know was going to Carnival, and then you're gonna hang out with them, and your friends are gonna go, and you need to like say, okay, at 5:00, everybody needs to meet here, just to make sure y'all are okay. Okay, you're good. Okay, move on. Should I jump with my friends in the same costume, or even the same band?
I would say, personal preference, do the same band.
Okay.
But if you guys have different preferences on costumes, get whatever costume you want, because you're going to be divided up section by section when you cross the stage. But that's just the end piece. For the whole time you're on the road, which is what, average 8 hours?
8 hours.
You can be with your friends no matter what you're wearing. So it's best that you all have on what you want to wear. You'll be happier that way. You'll still have a good time. Honestly, you could get away with different bands too if you want to. It just might be a little complicated trying to get your drinks. So
Yeah.
I would say same band, but get whatever costume within that band you want.
And by band people, we mean like, okay, a band is in charge of a production of costumes, like a whole bunch of costumes that they produce and they have designers for. And then there's another band. So for example, she's with a band that has like, oh my God, how many costumes do you remember they have? Like
I
a
think
lot.
we have 12 sections.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 different costumes.
Euphoria has, I think, 9 sections. And by sections, we mean 9 different costumes. So what I did, which was smart, I made sure all my friends jumped in the same mask band as I. But I do have friends jumping with Grandma J. I have friends jumping with different costume leaders. And the bands are lined up in different orders. So I may have to pass 3 bands to go find my friend who's jumping in a different band. And that means I got to walk past her 12 sections to get to my friend all the way in the back. So think about these things when you're doing Carnival. I want to go back to the COVID-19 thing as well, because all the costumes this year are made with masks, and you cannot not wear your mask. They'll throw you out, which is crazy.
But don't worry.
Or they'll penalize you. Let me say that.
The designers have made the masks match the costumes. I know I've seen some
Yeah.
that are the cutest masks.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I plan to put little stones on my hand. But it's gonna be hot out there. So I know some of y'all are gonna do this. And I think that is why they made sure the PCR testing was important. And that one is the most accurate anyway.
It is.
Right,
yes.
Miss Health Manager?
That's the most accurate.
So they're being responsible, because most people just take the rapid because they don't care. But Miami Carnival is being responsible. So shout out to Miami Carnival.
And
For doing that.
they're having less people in the park.
And they're gonna have less people in the park.
Yeah, so
I
it's
didn't
a
know
lot of
that.
different
So get your
protocols.
ticket
Ahead of time. Yeah. Because you won't be able to get in. If it's sold out, it's sold out, and they will not let you in. So yeah, get your tickets for Carnival. If you don't have a costume already, that's okay. But get your tickets ahead of time. Because even if you're not in costume, you can come into the park and enjoy a ton of festivities, and also watch us get on bad on the road and have your own little event yourself. And it's a family event, right?
Totally family friendly.
Totally family friendly event. Big thing for the road for my Americans who are not used to this. If somebody dances on your girlfriend, it's okay. Let me come a little closer. If somebody dances with your girlfriend, it's okay. They'll go away at the end of the song and you'll never see them again.
You can dance on someone's girlfriend. So that's-
Or you can go ahead and dance on someone's girlfriend. It's okay. It's not sexual at all. We're all just letting loose and having a good time. If somebody dances on you, by the end of the song, they're gone. And men, don't be creepy. Women, don't be creepy either. The song ends, move on. Do not stuck on the people. Them people, as my mom would say. Leave. Take your wine and go, okay? Leave people alone, right? Very important. So don't get jealous. And
if she doesn't want the wine,
leave her alone.
leave her alone. Please.
Yes.
I'm asking. Leave me alone. If you see me go like this,
it means,
leave me alone.
yeah, for real. That's the way. You're just like, your dad's sitting there, you're like, because sometimes you don't want that. But sometimes if the song's really good and you're really drunk, and you don't care. But again, it's all in a controlled environment. It's safe. There are marshals there. Mm-hmm. There's police there. There's ambulance there. Firefighters there. It's just a lovely, lovely time.
As someone here just said, when sometimes somebody doesn't want to wine is because they might have a routine. They might be going into.
That is true. If you see a girl, if the song comes on and you see a girl go like this and step forward and her friends are all backing, you back up too. Because she's about to do something that she doesn't need anybody behind her for that. It's a show. Yeah, let her put on her show.
Oh, okay.
Step back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, let her give her the middle.
Give her space.
Yeah,
enjoy what she's about to do.
Yeah,
let her do that.
That's a good one. Yeah. Any more questions for us in our little carnival endeavor?
Well, I actually just have one. Do you guys know that there's a massive stage show that happens also on Carnival Day? So your ticket doesn't only just get you food and drinks. That's just from.
Oh yes, that's true. So even on the road, each mass band will have some of the biggest soca artists, dance hall artists, reggae artists, Afrobeats artists,
hype person,
DJs, the biggest DJs coming out. DJ Puffy gonna be at with Euphoria, so you might come on over to Euphoria, just saying. But so there are tons of celebrities that are there. There's celebrities taking part. Like, for example, Rihanna jumps in her carnival in Crop Over in Barbados every year. Tons of celebrities come out for Miami Carnival as well. So yeah, it's just a really good vibe, you know? And they perform on the road for the revelers from the truck. And then at the end of Carnival, if you cross the stage, there's a big stage show with all the big major artists, and they do a big show.
And Miami is going all out this year. Have you seen that lineup?
Yes.
The stage show at Miami this year is gonna be great.
No, you're not even lying. I mean, I think those artists are like, I've been locked down for too long. It's time to come out and get on bad. And I think Miami Carnival is the biggest one, since COVID, because they're probably the only ones that has had the opportunity to really do something.
Yes.
Everybody else is kind of like giving you a little something, a little taste.
Orlando, we're small.
Orlando is small,
but Miami is the biggest.
Yes,
and the only big carnival that has been able to come out.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. But what happened with Orlando though is that we were still kind of sort of in lockdown-ish mode. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
We had to do seating at part of it. We had a lot of restrictions that we had to follow in order to put that on.
Wow.
We had to move to a whole entire venue this year. It was Orlando Carnival very much occurred still under COVID.
Yes. That Juve was mad. I remember. I have the videos to show, but you will never see them. That's another thing, guys. Don't take videos of your friends drunk and get it on bad. Leave them alone. Don't post that stuff.
Take the video, but don't post it.
Yeah, don't post it. You know, people have jobs. Don't post that stuff. We're all here to have fun and get on bad. So anybody have any more questions? Anything else you can think of?
Do I have any more tips?
How about hotels?
Book it early. Please book it early. And usually for Miami Carnival, Juve is in Broward County and Carnival itself is in Miami-Dade County. I like to book somewhere in between. That way I'm close to both. This year for Miami Carnival, both are going to be occurring in Miami-Dade, where Carnival usually is. Stay close to where you want to go.
That's what I did. I'm like 5 minutes from 5 minutes from the venue, and I booked my hotel in June. So yeah, there's that.
I'm a procrastinator. I booked yesterday.
What? You are crazy. No way.
But we tried to book before.
the thing, you see what happened is I had a group, somebody flopped, somebody else flopped. So we were like, we're not booking.
Honey, I booked my room before I was sure all 6 people were coming.
We didn't book until we knew who we were booking for. It was a mistake. Book early.
I booked my room alone, and then you can book your room alone, and we just know that we're all in the same hotel, because that's what my girls and I did. I booked, my closest friend, she booked, and then all the other people, once we booked, started booking. I had one friend change from her first hotel, because she booked before me, and I was like, oh, no, you need to give that up and come over here, and that's what she did. Nikisha and I go to Carnival all the time. She's my Carnival buddy. We've been friends since high school. And she's worse than me. Like, she's been to every Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, every year. Yeah, Nikki is a bacchanalist for sure. For sure. Shout out to Nikki. What's good, Nikisha?
Somebody asked about parking. Like, what should they do about parking?
That's a good one.
If you can catch a ride, because parking is going to be very hectic. Ubering might be a little bit difficult because there's going to be a lot of people trying to Uber, but if you have a family member who's in Miami who can drop you off, that's your best bet.
And that's a good one. I drove the last time to Miami Carnival. I did 2019, and I drove, and I was okay. I parked, but I got there late. I got there like 1 o'clock, and then I had to go find my band. But I was fine for parking.
Do not like people like you. Because if I paid $800 for my costume and my experience, I'm paying for the experience more than I'm paying for the costume. I'm going to be there the whole day. And if you are with me, we are going to be there from morning time. I'm not getting there at 1 o'clock. I will be there whenever my band leader tells me to be there. Because I want the whole experience.
Okay, so I learned my lesson on that one, right? Because I was in the line to get in for like an hour, man. It was bad. Like, once you parked and you were there at the line, it was just all these feathers and everybody was clustered together and we were all trying to get in, and it was just terrible. So, yeah, get there early. Like, this year, I plan to be there by 11:30 on the nose. My makeup is scheduled from 6 in the morning, and all of us that's another thing, guys. Get your makeup done early.
Mm-hmm.
Get your makeup done early. It'll stay. Don't worry about it. Get it done early.
If you're doing it yourself, primer, setting powder, setting spray.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
It'll stay that way.
Yeah. YouTube is your friend. Yes. So I feel like we've tackled pretty much everything.
I think so.
How about the stamina part, the energy part?
Okay.
No matter your size, you got to be ready for these.
I'm not saying lose weight for Carnival, but I'm saying do cardio, because you're gonna need to be able to keep going.
Yeah.
You're doing cardio for 8 hours that day. You're gonna be walking and dancing and who else knows what for 8 hours. So build up your stamina. Build up your stamina when it comes to drinking, because you're gonna be drinking for 8 hours too, unless you don't drink.
Yeah.
Pace yourself.
Pace yourself if you drink.
Please pace yourself.
Bring snacks. You know what? Bring snacks in your fanny pack. If you're the kind of person that needs to eat and then drink, then bring bread or like biscuits and,
And some
carbs.
mass bands do offer, that's why you have to get there early to get your breakfast. Some will give you breakfast, and usually they'll give you lunch too. And then once you cross, you can get food inside the park if you need to.
Yeah.
But pace yourself, build up your stamina.
Break your sneakers in. Do not buy new sneakers. You're going to have blisters and bunions. Break them in. I just got my sneakers. They just came this morning, and I'm going to be wearing my sneakers every day until Carnival, because I learned that very bad lesson the last time I did that. I bought a pair of Nikes, and Lord have mercy. Try tennis shoes, get support, art support, all that stuff. And don't think because you're young you can do this, because I brought a young man that was 21 years old that works with me at Island Fever. Hi, Jay. And he's gonna kill me. And Cornelia, who did a phenomenal costume, Carnival by Sea. She did a phenomenal costume called Venom. We were all down there with her and her section. And he, halfway through the day, he was on the floor like this. And I was like, Jay, are you okay? I was like, I told you to do your cardio, man. He's like, how do you guys do this? I love you, Jay. someone that happens to. Like, I have so many friends that has happened to. They don't believe me, and then they get there and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy." So get the cardio done. She means it. Just walk a couple of miles every day or something, but build those legs up because you're gonna need it.
And try to sleep as much before Carnival because you're not gonna sleep once you get there.
Touche.
So get your rest, come hydrated, rested, fully fed,
Yes.
be ready.
Eat. Yeah, a lot of girls don't do that.
No.
They don't eat because they want to, have the flat belly in the costume. Girl, eat because you need the energy. You're gonna need it. And for the guys too. Guys jump Carnival too. So for those people who don't know, they have male costumes as well. So my lovely gentlemen who are in here working with us right now, Tristan and the crew, you guys are going to definitely need to work out and get that stamina up. Okay, fellas? All right. I think that's it. Do we have any more questions? Anything
Well,
else?
I just have one that I need to say to people is know your gate, right? Because that gate number thing.
If you are
yes.
playing mass, your band will tell you where you need to walk up to because some gates are meant for people who are just coming into the park, some gates are meant for vendors and sponsors, and there's a separate gate meant for masqueraders. And if you
I
go to
think
the
I
wrong
went
gate,
to the wrong gate. I for sure went to the wrong gate.
waste your own time.
Yes, I wasted like an hour easily. Oh my gosh. That line was nuts. And yeah, I think I was at the vendor gate.
And then it's a long walk.
Lord, it was a long walk. Yeah. Yep. So people, please listen to us.
Listen to us, listen to your band leaders,
Yes.
listen to any friends you have that have played Carnival before.
Yeah.
It's fun, but it's so much more fun if you're well equipped and you're ready and you know what your plan is.
One last thing, the stress of putting on your costume. How long does it take to put on your costume? Because I told my friends this the other day and they didn't believe me. So you tell me. Tell them, please.
I would say if you have just a backline costume and it's simple and cute, give yourself 30 minutes.
Really?
If that's no feathers.
No feathers. Okay.
That's no feathers. If you have a backpack or any sort of thing with feathers, that's where I feel it gets more complicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
To show?
Oh yeah. We haven't. Ooh, I love the production team here at CPod Studios. Shout out to CPod Studios.
So this is a backpack.
Yes, this is what we mean by a backpack. And the reason we say a backpack, you want to put it on? Because it fits like a backpack.
Yes, and
So-
usually there will be strings right here that
Yeah.
you have to tie and secure
Yeah.
to make, and there's also wires here, just like the bra. that
So you can bend it onto your body. Yeah. So give us a little bit of etiquette, feather etiquette,
Feather
moving
etiquette.
through the crowd and stuff.
If you have big feathers,
Yeah, and this is a backpack for the Fever costume from Island Fever Mass, which will be available. No, sorry, not Fever. The Jamrock costume, which will be available for Orlando Carnival 2022. Yeah.
if you have big feathers, just try to remember to be mindful of that because if I'm walking here,
It's gonna be.
I don't want to
Block
knock
me.
her. You know,
Yeah.
this is how we avoid the fights in the circus scenes.
Yes.
Be mindful of your feathers.
So how would you pass me? There we go.
Sideways so that my feathers are not in her face.
There you go. And you see how beautiful these are?
I love if I didn't have to work every Orlando Carnival, I would be in Jamrock.
So
But
it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. I won't lie. Cornelia outdid herself with this one. And this is what you call a frontline backpack. It's usually elaborate, right? But not with a lot of like stuff on it. Believe me, there's more.
So that's a question somebody asked. Which costume should they choose? And what are the differences?
This is a ultra frontline backpack. And as you can see, this has a lot going on. Okay? And so usually ultra frontline has a lot more feathers. It's frontline and then some, okay? And usually, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's usually more plumes and stuff all the way at the bottom. And did I just hit you with my feathers?
you did not. You were
Okay.
close. You were close.
Right? So that's the difference between a ultra frontline. Ultra frontline is just gonna have a lot more feathers. It's gonna be way more expensive. Now, some costume designers because people do fly. So for example, for Jamrock, you can kind of fold your costume down like this, fold your wings down. Most airlines already know about Carnival, and they'll allow you to take your feathers with you and like sit it in a plane in your lap. So don't worry about that stuff if you're. So this is Ultra Frontline, and that's Frontline.
And then there's also backline. Sometimes backline comes with feathers, sometimes
Yes.
it doesn't. It'll be a little bit less feathers than this.
Mm-hmm.
You can have fun in any of these frontline, ultra
Yes.
frontline, backline.
And it's not heavy. They're not heavy.
Not at all. Like
Not heavy at all.
a little
And-
bit awkward, but
Yeah.
very light.
But if you're not a veteran of Carnival, like if you haven't done Carnival ever in your life, don't do this. This is gonna stress you out. This is for people like me who are willing to go through it. But it is absolutely stunning and beautiful. And I like the pageantry of Carnival. So I'm always in Ultra Frontline, even if halfway through it, I give my feathers away or I hang it up somewhere and I come back for it. But I love the look, and that's why I do it. But that front line too is really nice. Backline for this costume is just a little bit smaller, but then you can go without feathers altogether. And my friend Nikki, as I mentioned before, here you go.
I think, Aaliyah, you had a name for it.
Oh, I like to call them backline baddies. because
Backline baddies.
when you don't have the feathers, you can do
a lot more.
You can do a lot more. You're
Yeah.
free.
You can
Nothing's
jump
in your
around.
way. You can climb things.
Yes, you can
When
climb
you're a
things.
backline baddie, you get to free up yourself. Like
Yes.
entirely.
Yes. You don't have to think about feathers and all that stuff.
Each section is a vibe. Each
Yeah.
different level of costume.
And usually backline is a lot less expensive because the feathers are not, you know, it doesn't take all that work because all these costumes are made by hand. And so that's why they're really expensive. They're all yours. They're made specifically to your body. And it includes the experience, which is the stage show, the food, the people, the drinks, the misting cloud that they mist onto you. Some of them have makeup touch-ups included in Ultra Frontline.
Some will bring like little sewing kits and hot glue guns so that if something does come apart on your costume because you were wilding out a little bit too much, they can fix it.
Yep, absolutely. Some have snacks. It's all a vibe, and I cannot wait for next week.
So excited.
I am so excited for Carnival. You don't even know, man. I am ready. Like I am ready for Carnival.
People are asking if they can still get costumes. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Well, there is resale, and that happens when people don't pick up their costumes. So, for example, if there's a snowstorm and some people get snowed into a certain area, they want to resell those costumes because they can't get there to pick it up, right? Now, granted, with that, you won't be able to get your size. You might have to stitch here or stitch there or whatever. And usually, if you follow Instagram and social media, is so good because if you follow these people, your band leaders and or your costume designers, they'll let you know if there's costumes for resale. And usually, a resale will happen Saturday. So they give everybody until like Saturday morning, Saturday midday to pick up. And whatever costumes they have left, they just have a fire sale and they just sell everything. They do that in Jamaica too. I don't know if they do that in Orlando, but that's what they do. They just have a fire sale and come and get something.
And similarly, there are some people who already know they can't come and they're reselling their costumes on their own ahead of time.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure that the band, it's approved by the band and they have your name and they know that you're going to be the person picking up that costume.
Yeah.
So you can keep your eye out for people who are selling their costumes. I think a lot of the bands might repost them sometimes.
Yeah, my band does that. They've been doing that for months now. They've been reposting any resales and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, there's some people who do that. Like they'll just wait until like the Saturday before Carnival and hope that they get their size.
This year's stuff sold out super early.
Oh yeah.
They bought it before.
My
they saw
costume,
costumes.
Siren, was sold out in 24 hours.
Same for me. Mardi Gras with Ramajay sold out the same night that it was
It was-
posted,
yeah.
the same night it was made available.
Yeah. 24 hours, it was gone. And I almost missed it. I was like, no, are you guys crazy? No way. And then they were like, oh, sorry, got a glitch in the system. We have like 4 more. I was like, and I got my costume. So I'm super happy. I might not look like 22, but I'm going to have a good time on these streets.
Somebody's asking if there's an age range, and there's not.
No. There's not an age range. As a matter of fact, 18 years old, I think, you can still go, but they give you a different color band. So you only get juice, you don't get liquor. If you are older, obviously, you get the liquor band. And there are people there who are in their 60s.
And probably 70s.
And 70s on the road for Carnival, letting loose, letting all that hang out and having a good old time.
That's gonna be me.
That is
In 50
definitely
years,
gonna
that's
be
gonna
me.
be me.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be out there, wrinkles and all. Keeping my dentures in.
Whining on somebody's grandson.
Yes. Somebody's grandson. That's so funny. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, but that's what Carnival is about, right? Yeah. So any more questions that we haven't touched before we go?
Well, I just want to remind people Panorama starts, which
Let me
nobody
see.
talks about Panorama. It's not cute, it's not like sexy, it's not Juve, it's not Carnival, but Panorama kicks off, I think the 3rd. I'm telling you guys, talk about it. I'm going, but I don't know what date it is. It's Friday.
There are multiple Miami Carnival sponsored events. It's not just Carnival and Juve. And same for Orlando. Orlando this year we did 3 days, 4 events. So there's also Panorama, if that's what you want to do on Friday night. I've actually never been to Panorama.
It's amazing.
Neither have I.
It's
Yeah.
wonderful. There are 2 bands coming up from Trinidad, actually, Steel Band.
Is that the steel pan?
Mhm.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love the steel
Beautiful.
pan. Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
band.
If you want to hear like authentic Caribbean steel pan music, then yeah, that's gonna be your place for Friday night.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna be at a like fet with a lot of noise, but you know. But yeah, no, that's really good, and that usually has the more mature crowd going there. You know, it's a chill vibe, and if you want to kind of start out slow, do Panorama on the Friday, go to Juve Saturday morning, rest up, and then my plan is to go to that stage show event. I forgot the name of it, with all the artists. And I'm going to get home by midnight, get to my hotel by midnight before I turn into a pumpkin. And because I have a makeup appointment at 6 a.m.
I don't go out Saturday night. Everybody who like my friends, my cousins, my family, you don't see me Saturday night because I exhausted myself Friday night and then Juve morning. And like I can't make it Saturday night because I'm pacing myself.
Yeah.
And I know that I have my full day Sunday to enjoy.
Yeah, true. I usually don't, but because I'm bringing newbies, I gotta
Very fair.
roll with the punches and show them the place.
Good luck.
Oh gosh, I need it. Yes, vitamins, hydrate. Don't overdrink before the road parade. Just saying. Drink a lot of Juve, yes, because you can sleep it off. But like if you go to the Soca Fed, drink some water, chill out. Because Carnival Sunday, that's when
That's the day you want to be.
vibing.
Therefore.
All right, well, if there are no other questions from any Carnival newbies, you can always hit us up at Island Fever FM on Instagram with your questions, and we will definitely be answering them. We will also be cutting this up into videos, and the great Tristan is going to be dropping one of these tips videos every single day leading up to Carnival. So make sure you stick and stay with Island Fever FM on Facebook and, of course, on YouTube. This was in association with the lovely lady here. We're talking about the lovely Aaliyah. Thank you for joining us, Aaliyah.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you
great
for-
time.
Yes, and thank you for representing for the Orlando Carnival downtown. Tell us a little bit about that. When is it? What happens?
Orlando Carnival downtown occurs downtown Orlando every Memorial weekend. This year we did the full weekend of events, and we're going to continue that next year. So we will have an event for you Friday night, another runway show, Carnival on the runway, where you get to see all the beautiful costumes. Some of the costumes are pre.
That was fun this year.
It was.
Yes.
And then this year we did a back in timeline with oldies music. Juve Saturday morning was lit. You had to be there.
Yes, it was very lit.
Things got broken.
Yes.
It went viral.
Golf cart deposits were not given back. That's
But
fine.
it was well worth it.
Everybody
It
had
was
a good
worth
time.
it.
It was
I was
worth
right there with you on that golf
And
cart.
then-
Oh my God. I thought they were gonna turn this thing over. Oh my goodness.
And then, of course,
the guy
Carnival
deposited
Sunday.
asked, what happened to the golf cart? And we thought, all right, we'll pay the deposit. We'll pay.
So we took a loss on the golf cart.
Yes,
but
of course.
it's in the spirit of Juve.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah. So catch us next year, Memorial Weekend again in downtown Orlando.
All right, and of course you gotta jump for the Island Fever Pass. Just saying, because we had awesome costumes this year, but we're a new band, you know. So this year we're coming even harder, and definitely with our partnership with Carnival by Sea, and we're also going to be taking on other designers. So if you're a designer and you want to be a part of Island Fever's mass, let us know. Send us your pictures. Go to Island Fever Mass and that's Mass with one S on Instagram, and let us know that if you want to be a part of things, okay? And we'll see you on the other side of Carnival. But remember, we're going to be dropping these videos every single day. Thank you so much for leading up to Carnival. Get your PCR test on the 6th or the 7th, no later than that. And I want to say thank you to CPOD Studios for hosting this. This is a lovely space. CPOD Studios is where you can get your YouTube videos, like live streams like this. So if you're a DJ, you want to DJ and stuff, you can do it right here in Maitland. And also, they have a podcast studio where you can record podcasts. They produce podcasts here at CPOD Studios as well. So that's CPOD Studios. You see some stuff below me right here, where to go on Instagram. So shout out to CPOD Studios, and thank you to Orlando Carnival Downtown. We did good, lady.
Thank you.
My name is Candice. Take care of yourselves, and I see you on the road, Miami Carnival 2021.
Cut.
I don't know how to cut.